Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another CounterSide video. CounterSide origin, we're going to talk about the selection, what's the best choices for the current, what do you call that? The selectors, right? So let's jump into it. So right now, I just want to show a little bit of the interface as well. I'll make a much more detailed video maybe in the future. I'm not sure if I need to talk about interface per se because it doesn't really, it's something that everyone just needs to get accustomed to, I guess, right? Maybe it's better to discover yourself. But right now you can see server. Make sure you guys choose the global server, okay? If you guys haven't selected, because I've heard some players accidentally selected a KR server, Korean server, and then the language changes and everything just messed up. So something that you want to be very careful at the beginning. So today's focus on this video's focus is going to focus on a couple of things that I've noticed, and also I want to talk about the capital point. All right. So what is the capital point? You can access it right here, this thing right here. Hopefully you can see the mouse at the right side below my face cam right here. There's this thing called capital point. I think this is the event. Right now there's no event. No event whatsoever. Capital point, click. This is where you can get a lot of selectors, a lot of awaken things, SSR things. But as of the time of me recording this video, they haven't give out the pre-registration rewards, I think, for global server, right? At least based on what I can see. They haven't sent it out to us yet. So basically, if you pre-register, they will most likely give you a code that will be a coupon code, somewhat like a coupon code. They will send it to your email or something. So hopefully, we don't know. I don't know when that is going to be. If you guys know, feel free to type in the comment section below. I'm not sure if anyone is aware, but I think they are aware of that. As in the developers, they are working on issuing the stuff as soon as they can. Right now in the inbox, there is nothing yet. Alright, so as you can see. So again, capital point. So when that thing comes out, the pre-registration rewards comes out. I can't remember if there's any awaken selector there. But right now here, we have two awaken, what do you call this? Not selector, but one of it is awaken testimonial, which gives you a random awaken character. Now you can click literally on this SSR awaken testimonial. When you click on this, it says you will get one of the following rewards, and each of these will be 8.333%. Now, sadly, this is not a selector, you cannot choose, so it's random. And the idea here, the most logical advice is to obviously you want to get this one first. Alright, get this one first, open up this one first, and then the selector is something that you want to use later on. Now, why is that? Because ideally you want to avoid duplicates. That's the main concern. Unless you really want a duplicate specifically to get your character to a C1 constellation 1 or limit whatever that thing is called, duplicate 1, right? So sure, if you want to go there, for sure, but for the time being, I would highly advise get this one first. All right, get the awaken SSR awaken testimonial first. This is a random, so if you open this is going to give you random awaken. Let's say you get Ministra, then you don't have to choose Ministra from here. Alright, now as for this one, this will be your second priority. You can see it's much more expensive, right? Right here, which is going to be the best choice for new players. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit tricky, but let me just put in terms of priority. So priority is going to be, I'm going to say Ministra is going to be the priority alongside with Awaken Yuna. So that's going to be something that I think you will be able to benefit from these two characters a lot. Thanks for subbing, whoever that is. Yeah. Second, surprisingly, it's going to be Awaken Ju Shiyun. Now, why Awaken Ju Shiyun? Why not anyone else on the list? Because I'm going to explain why shortly. But Awaken Ju Shiyun actually can do a lot of things in the raids, for example, like Britra raids. You can use him, and then in some of the endgame contents. Actually, I'm not sure. I need to look at it again because they rework a lot of the stages. Like the Shadow Palace is reworked, the dive is kind of reworked. I'm not sure if the dive 48, 49, 50 is there even, right? So hopefully it's still there. But Awaken Ju Shiyun, I think you will be able to get a lot of usage out of him because I saw Global have a dimension trimming as well, dimensional trimming. That's going to be a pretty decent place for you to be able to use Awaken Ju Shiyun. So priority for new players is going to be Ministra or Awaken Yuna, depending on, ideally these two are pretty good, alright? So I would say choose whoever you like the looks for. I highly recommend Ministra. I actually think Ministra is slightly better than Awaken Yuna because 5 costs versus 6 costs. I would say they are about equal in terms of what they can do, but cost-wise, Ministra is cheaper. So therefore, I do lean slightly towards her to be able to benefit for new players' account. Now for the third choice, I'm going to say Awaken Seoyun or Awaken Lee Suyeon, depending. These two is going to be equally very good. And replace the Queen. Alright, so that's going to be third. So let me just put ASY, Awaken Seoyun, Awaken Lee Suyeon, or R Queen. Right, so these three is going to be something that I will place on third priority. So this is just my general advice that I like to give every other player. You know, it's more like a opinion thing based on my personal, you know, preference of me using these characters. And I do think that these characters that I recommend, based on the priority, is going to be able to benefit you more, mostly for a PvE, right? So PvP is going to be dependent, right? A lot of these characters, if you think you play PvP a lot, maybe replace the King. Alright, replace the King is going to be one of the better ones right here, if PvP is your focus. If PvE is your focus, just follow the list that I just showed you guys earlier, which is this one. Alright, so hopefully we have that clear. So you can use this one first, like I mentioned, right? And then get something from here and then get this as a selector later on. Also, one more thing, the SSR. Right here you can see you can purchase count out of 3. Right? So 3. Sadly, this is going to be random. It's kind of unfortunate. So maybe you get Stronghold if you're unlucky. You know, maybe you get Overflow if you're... I mean, Overflow is pretty good, right? Like, who's the worst one? Let's see. Who is the worst one? Lonely is probably one of the... she can be used. She's decent. I would say... Okay, maybe Adif Twins. She might be one of the like worst choices here, you know? Alongside with Dominic King, maybe. But yeah, like I mentioned, this one is random. And also notice this will expire at April 19th. So make sure you guys use this one, and this one. April 19th, make sure you guys use before that. Now, as for the SSR Ship Selection coupon, I noticed something different right here for this capital point. Notice they have changed Matador right here to allow you to be able to select Matador. Now, Matador is one of the hardest ships to obtain for a lot of players in C or Global, especially the new players, talking about new players specifically, because they struggle in trying to tackle die 48, 49, 50. To be able to craft Matador, ideally you need to be able to beat stage 50, which a lot of new players or even some of the free-to-play players couldn't do. Now that you have access to this ship, probably, I'm not sure if that's a bug or is it intended, but hey, Matador is a, you know, one of the rarer ships. It's not the best, but it's the rarer ships because it's a very good ship to build for soldier teams. But because it's locked behind a requirement that's very strict, which is beating die 50, maybe you can consider that. I don't really see Matador in any other selectors. A few of these other ships, I think I've seen them before, but not Matador specifically. As for the best ship, if you are new, I would still highly recommend either Enterprise, New Detroit, or Blue Bridge Mark II. This is going to be extremely flexible. Enterprise is going to give you the damage you need. Blue Bridge Mark II for movement speed and a little bit of, you know, attack buffs at the attack speed buffs, right? New Detroit very good for danger close, right? So danger close right now, there's only one boss, so you don't really need to have as much ships as before, which is, I guess, also kind of neat, right? So a few of these other ships are probably more niche. New Ohio can be used for sure. Also pretty decent ship if you want to play Shadow Hall, Shadow Palace. But again, like I mentioned, I don't know if they changed that. I gotta tackle that content and see if that has been changed. Is it like a complete rework, etc. Lake Superior, same as well. I feel like most PvE contents, I'm going to use Enterprise, New Detroit, and Blue Bridge Mark II most of the time, right? These are more universal. The rest, maybe they are good in some stages, for sure, right? I'm not saying like all of these ships are useless. You can definitely benefit from some of it. But yeah, those are the 3 universal ones. So as a new player starting out, that's what I recommend. Yeah, so moving on. Now you can see New Origin Operator. This one again, Operator, you can see this is random. Alright, so Momo is not here, Serena Crew is not here. But yeah, you just pick whatever. I mean, I can't tell you what to pick because it's not a selector, it's like a random. So if you get whatever, just use whatever. Priority wise for the items, you want to get, like I said, get this one first. This is the random, right? The random. And then get this one. And then slowly move right. And then to the bottom. All of this should be in your priority. As for T7 Britra Relic Gear and T7 Inhibitor Gear, this one is cool. You can buy 4. Pretty cool. But I feel like you should prioritize this one, the gold binaries, because gold binaries are still quite rare. Even though I'm not sure if the new origin is there a way to farm more of this, but as far as I know, in the old version, still quite rare. Same goes for Fusion Core, and then the rest you can decide based on what you need ideally. If you're not sure, just go from here. Just go from you know, top row, and then second row, and then third row from left to right. It seems to be there. It seems to be the priority. Seems to lean like this thing. Fusion Core and this is better, definitely better than this and this thing, for example, right? So just go from that, sweep forward. As of how to get the points, I think my face cam might be covering it, but right now I have 400 mission points. You can click on this event mission and do following the following task, right? So the easiest one is to log in every day. You get 50 of that, whatever this thing is called, the Glass of Blessings. The rest apparently is repeatable. So notice you can use 1000 Ethereum, repeatable. You get 5 of the glass every time. Perform 5 simulations is also repeatable. Perform 5 gauntlet strategy battles is repeatable. Get 900 gauntlet points from gauntlet, repeatable. Yeah, you can see all of these things are repeatable. So try your best to get as many of these as you can. And make sure you guys do PvP every single day. As of this simulation, please be careful because it says perform 5 simulations and it's repeatable, which I get it. But you might not want to use your tickets because... Just so you guys know, don't want you guys to get baited. Some of you guys might have this thing called a simulation training permit. You might go and use this to get more of that glass thing. Just take it easy because I think it's better to save this for the HoloLive event that's coming. There's a HoloLive rerun coming soon. Again, not sure when exactly the dates, but they did mention it in the roadmap. So just letting you guys know. As of right now, what is the best stage to farm? I would say farm the challenge stage because there's no event right now. Just try to accustom to the new UI, the interface. For me, I'm going to farm Chloe's credit search is definitely going to be very beneficial because you need a lot of credits. But if you need this one, the Kim Hana's evaluation, if you need this, feel free to farm this, right? If this is what you need, ideally, go ahead. But yeah, for me, I'm going to lean towards the Chloe's credit search. You know what? Let me do some farming right now. I usually like to go to the consortium. I noticed one thing they changed right here in the consortium. If you go to the welfare system, they remove the Ethereum buffs. Surprises me. So now you only get this one, the credits gain. So always take advantage of this, the credits gain before you farm the Chloe's credit search. So you get a bunch of your... You know, now they make it so convenient, alright? So you can straight away just skip everything. Before this, you sort of still have to stack. Now you can skip. Very, very convenient. So always, this one is the most important one. This cube right here, the challenge. Of course, it changed every day, right? But usually, I think yesterday we have the binary stage. You can also set your the stages as your favorite by clicking on them. Click on this, and then you can see there's a star, which my face cam is covering. Let me shut it down. So you can see this star. We'll set it as the favorite. And if you want to access the favorite, just go to this one. These are the favorites you can see right here, right? It will appear right here. Easy for you. This is the main page. So yeah, I think that I'm going to get accustomed to the interface. I'm going to take my time for the time being to see if there's anything specific that I need to know. But yeah, I think I still enjoy the game, you know, like this is not something that makes me... I know some people are upset with certain things and we're going to talk about the drama, the day one drama. There's plenty of drama. But for the time being, you know, I'm just chilling, you know, enjoying the game. And yeah, I will have something for C server as well. I'm still editing some videos. That's going to be it for this capital point. I'll make a separate video once the pre-registration rewards are released. Hopefully catch up with you guys on the best things to obtain. That's going to be it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a like. As always, have a nice day. Goodbye.